Hey, I'm Dave Filoni, Supervising Director of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and I hope you've been enjoying Season 4. I know things have been pretty extreme with General Pong Krell, and now you're in the middle of the slavery arc, and to get you through it, to get you through the lean times here, I'm going to answer some fan questions. I know you guys got a lot of questions, and I love answering them, so let's get started. It will help pass the time. So let's get started with Darth Reaper 29. Darth Reaper 29, you would like to know, does anyone know why they changed the planet name from Mon Calamari / Dak to Mon Cala? Well, I mean, the very simple answer for that is when we are in the writer's room with George Lucas and we talk about making the episodes and what planet names are, George actually has a very big binder of all the planets and planet names and aliens, and he's a bunch of names that he's created over the years. And one of the names he has in there is now Mon Cala. Mon Calamari, George always refers to as the people, not the planet. So we decided that Mon Cala would be the planet. It's one of those cases where, you know, I know certain EU material will say it's one thing, but then, you know, George Lucas will say it's another, and we tend to go with George Lucas because he created Star Wars. So it's a pretty easy decision for us at the end of the day, and as long as the writers all stay on track with that, we're fine. As far as Dak City, does that exist or not? In the production of Clone Wars, you see a big underwater city. At one point in the script, I believe it was referred to as Dak City, but I think we cut that reference, if I am correct. And then there are also in the EU, you'll see certain above water cities. Those cities are still existing on the planet of Mon Cala, it's just that we couldn't show them in our episode. We didn't have the need to show them or the production, frankly, budget to show giant underwater city and above water city. So I hope, Darth Reaper 29, that answers your question. So, a question from Darth Churbs. Was Mina Tills from Episode 3? And if so, why the gender change? So, yes, Mina Tills is in Episode 3, and she is now in the Clone Wars. And Mina Tills, the name, is based on a Lucasfilm employee and friend of mine, Tina Mills. And Tina Mills, happily, is a lady. And I thought that, you know, her namesake character in Star Wars should be a lady. Like, we all assumed, frankly, to be honest with you, that Mina Tills was a lady. When we looked it up and saw that it was a man based on the fact that a male played her, we thought, well, Greedo's actually also played by a woman. Most of the Cantina aliens are played by women, and they're actually in the EU male. So we thought, well, this has precedent in Star Wars. It's just some people got it wrong. Mina also is a very feminine sounding name, so Mina and Tina, and we thought, well, it'd be nice to Tina for it to be a female fish, and Tina was very happy, and so everybody is a winner, but unfortunately our friend who played Mina in the movie. But you know, you look at a fish, it looks like a female fish. I can't tell. If you look at a largemouth bass, which one's a male and a female, I know you can tell the difference, the slenderness and the striping, but to the average non-fish expert, it's a little more difficult. So looking at Mina Tills, it could be male fish, female fish. You know, Akbar obviously a gruffer voice, but you know, it's a little bit of a gray area there in the fish world of Star Wars. So don't always assume because the actor is a male that the alien being played is also a male. It is a galaxy far, far away and very different sometimes. But thank you, Darth Chairs, for the question. Here is yet another question from Darth Neomalus. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Darth Neomalus. Do I think the Carcharodons can go out of water? Or are they like fish? And will they die out of water? Well, since they're kind of space alien shark people, they absolutely can go out of water. The Mon Cala and the Quarren are both aquatic species, as are the Gungans. They exist above water and below water. So we did the same things with the Carcharodon, and we made sure that when the soldiers were rigged and Rift-Hampson, that their feet could bend, their flippers could bend up to act as feet. So you will see this season, actually, some Carcharodons out of water and happily running around in bare flippers. So that's going to be something exciting to look for. Not the most exciting thing to look for, but for Darth Neomalus, your wishes come true. There are quite healthy shark people walking around in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Well, thank you so much for your questions. I really enjoy answering them. Like I said, you guys ask great questions. Never be afraid to ask questions. You know, but for now, just like Yoda says, clear your mind of questions. look forward to the rest of Season 4, and keep checking StarWars.com for updates. We'll have new material here for you all the time, and get you ready for the second half of Season 4 and the coming of Darth Maul. So you got that to look forward to.